fantastic. Morning, how's it going? Rick T, Outdoor Adventure and Billy Dog, and we're out in the beautiful Lake District. Absolutely fantastic, out in the canoe today. We'll do a bit of fishing, bit of perch fishing, bit of cooking, sit around the fire. Generally gonna have a great day. Billy's in front of the canoe. Yep, here's my ballast, plus a couple of bags. But yeah, it's fantastic and it is quiet. There's nobody about. Still a few fish rising as well. You know, so we're in middle of November, well, past middle of November. We've still got some fish rising on here. But it's absolutely fantastic. Now today, while we're out, I'm going to do a review of a bit of kit that I've been using for 2 or 3 years. And when I say using, I mean I've been using it properly, so I can review it. No bullshit, because I've used it properly. It's not just an unboxing. I'm not just going to get it out of a blooming plastic bag, roll it out, put it on and talk about the features it's got. It's been used all over the place. It's been used plenty of multi-day trips, 4 or 5 day trips where the weather's been pretty bad. It's and that's when you get to know a bit of kit, when it's actually important. I'm not just walking the dog in it for half an hour, 40 minutes. I'm out for multi-days with it. And it's got to keep me dry for multi-days, because you know yourself, if you're soaking wet through on day 1 and you're out for 5 days, it's going to be grotty, it's going to be hard work. It's the Snugpack Advanced Patrol Poncho. Yep, I've used it in Scotland many times, I've used it on canoe trips, I've used it on survival trips. I'll put a link to a survival trip where I used it, where it was minging weather. There's loads of videos out there of me canoeing in Scotland wearing it, if you want to check them out. But yeah, during the day we're going to review it. Stick with us. Ready for a bit of breakfast. Go and get a bit of jackbait on. Let's get some bacon and eggs on, eh? And I'm not affiliated by Snugpack any way, shape or form. Got a couple of bits of the kit, but don't get me wrong, I've tried to tap them up in the past, but it's worth doing a review on this bit of kit. So size wise, that's it, size wise. I mean, what we're looking at there, it's not much bigger than the 2 cans of Coke if you're lucky. I can easily fit that in my pockets. My jacket here, could shove that in there. Piece of cake. Yep, shove it in one of these side pockets. Dead easy. I can even shove it in my side pocket and my pants. So size wise, fantastic. Really light, really small, which is definitely an advantage when you're moving fast through the mountains. It's an advantage full stop anyway, even when you're canoeing with big loads, because at some stage you're going to have to pour a charge, you know, everything's got to be fit in. Yep, you want to keep everything down to as minimum as you can. So size wise, it's bang on, considering this is 100% waterproof as well. So like I say, 100% waterproof as well. Comes in its own small bag. So straight away, just open this up, undo the drawer cord. It's in its own little snug bag. With a little, which are really handy. They could do with putting them on the sleeping bag Snugpack. But yeah, just pull it out of there. What I do with that is I shove it in the chest pocket. There's also a little tab on there, so if you wanted to put a little crab, a little carabiner on something and fasten it on your pack or whatever, you could do that on your belt. Although I probably wouldn't risk it if I was out for multiple days. The potential for something like, I mean, it seems solid, but I just won't risk it. If it broke and you lost it, it was dangling off your pack, it'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it? I'd just shove it in a pocket somewhere. But you've got that, even just for storing it in your kit store, hang it up. I'll shove that in my chest pocket. So you've got a nice chest pocket here, a big chest pocket, enough room to put a pair of binoculars if you need, yep, your silky saw, etc. We've got these thumb loops, yep, so you can pull them down and shove your thumbs through them, yep, which it works. I don't tend to use them, but they're there, yep. It limits my mobility a bit. I'm 6'2" and I'm not particularly broad or anything, about 13.5 stone, but I can get my hands in them. But if you were much bigger, but you know, if you were 6'4", 6'6", you might struggle with really long arms. But they're pretty good. Yeah, I can't say I've used them loads because they've got quite a nice elastic around here, so they're quite tight anyway, and they work all right like that. Obviously it's a poncho, so they're quite big and baggy. So one thing you might notice, I did a survival challenge and I took just an axe as my cutting tool, and when you're working with an axe and it's windy, it can be quite frustrating sometimes, it can be a bit aggravating. So what I tend to do is I always put a belt on or a bit of rope around it. So if I'm working in woods and I know, or even I'm in the canoe canoeing, and I know it's going to be staying on, I'll just have my belt around here, and you'll see that on plenty of my old videos, and then it just holds it in nice and snug. So when I'm using my axe, etc., I've got room round here. I've used a bungee cord before, I've used bits of rope, etc., bits of paracord, but I just always do that, mate. Yep. In the environment where I'm working with an axe in a forest or something like that, and it's nice and snug. Then the wind's, it's warmer, etc. The wind's not coming inside it, but it's bang on like that for that sort of work. So if you're out with all your kit and you want to keep your kit dry as well, this is the LK35. It's fully loaded with a bit of gear in it. So you can use it to protect your rucksack, keep all that kit dry as well. So you've got a complete cover for your rucksack and everything. Another good thing with the poncho when you're canoeing, that being said, I don't know if I'd want to wear it on a grade 3+ tree-lined river in Spate with potential to swim because of how baggy it is. You know, you're better with your dry suit on and your typical paddling gear, or at least tight fitting clothes that are not potentially going to get snagged. But I mean, on a lot of trips, and trips like this where it's lakes and lochs and even rivers like the Spey and stuff like that where it's intermittent rapids and they're all pretty steady, it's bang on. You know, when you're travelling like this, I'm not wearing a dry suit, I'm just wearing my normal sort of bushcraft sort of outdoor clothes. It's fantastic because I can bang that on, straight over the top of my buoyancy aid and everything if I'm wearing one, and it'll cover my legs as well, and it's fantastic really. So yeah, so if a downpour is coming, and you can see loads of my old videos where I've got this, was it on like that, boom, over the top of my buoyancy aid and everything, and I'm away, and it's covering all my legs and everything. Obviously your knees, you're now top bottom of the boat, you're probably going to be getting your knees wet anyway, but it's covering all my body. So I've got a full, and it's fantastic in those situations. Quite often when you're paddling down a river, you don't want to take your hands off the paddle too long, especially if the wind's blowing or on a lock, because before you know it, you're spun round, you're sideways onto the swell, and it's getting dodgy. So something that you can just throw on real quick, just chuck it over your head, pull it down, and I'm fully covered. Yeah, it's got a zip up the front, so if it's a bit wild, I can zip that right up to the top, hold a bit more heating, snug as a bug in a rug. And then when the rain eases off and you're getting a bit warm, it's just a simple boom, stash it somewhere underneath a bungee, and we're back paddling. So yeah, but like I say, I wouldn't use it where there's potential you're going to swim and it's going to be potentially a snag hazard. Even with the belt on, which is keeping it in tight, you've got quite a bit of baggy material around. But as long as you're confident on the stuff you're paddling that you're not going to end up in water, it's great. I use it all the time. If you look at some of my other canoe videos, especially the winter ones, you'll probably see it in use on every single one of them. Look at that, for an absolute beautiful Ullswater brown trout. Look at the colours on that, absolute gorgeous fish. Yeah, that is an absolute beauty, absolute beautiful fish. Really happy with that, really happy with that. Look at that, lovely. Let's get it back. Absolutely chuffed a bit for that brown trout. Were a beauty, weren't it? Absolute beauty. Sick colours on it. Gorgeous. Hey. Matching colours with the golden bracken on the hillside, eh? They're on with that. A nice little brownie. Beautiful. Sun's going down. Getting a bit peckish again. Hands are cold. Trouble is, struggle to wear a pair of gloves because I've mashed my finger up. But, hey, what a top day. Alright, Billy. Hey, you okay? feathers burning. Some of these little bits burning as well. Good boy. Good. He's been a good lad. We'll get a bit of tea on in a minute, eh? Get a bit of tea on, Billy. Eh? Yeah? Get a bit of tea on. Good boy. Let that burn down a bit. Pumping a bit of heat out now. I'll tell you what, I'm glad of it. Gone cold. But the other good thing about that poncho, it's another layer. You bang that poncho on, fasten your belt round top, just holds the heat in. Because it's not breathable, it's 100% waterproof. It's not the sort of thing you'd have, you know, up in mountains and that and stuff like that. You're probably better with a gore-tex type jacket. But for stuff where you're bushcrafting in forest and you get a downpour or your survival type stuff and you just need to cover up and be dry, or even, I mean, you can be moving with it. I mean, even kayaking, you're still working hard, canoeing I should say, you're still working hard paddling and that, and I've never got sweaty inside it because you just wear it when it's skanky and wet. And because it's a poncho and it's got that vent from underneath, I mean, when you're in the belt, when you've got the belt on, it cuts that vent out to some extent, but you've got a bit of air circulating, you don't get sweaty. But it's good to have something that is 100% waterproof, because I don't know about you, but I've never found a gore-tex type jacket that doesn't leak, you know, within reason. You know what I mean? When you're out all day in skanky rain, they get wet inside. You know what I mean? I've never found one that doesn't. And you'd be paying 300 quid for a gore-tex jacket nowadays, whereas them are what, I don't know, 37, 38 quid. So definitely a good bit of kit. A couple of other features we've got to have a quick look at yet. Yeah, so like I say, build quality. This is not an unboxing. I've used it for years and I've used it a lot, and not just on my trips that are on my YouTube channel. I've used it dozens of times on trips that have not been filmed in between, and it's still like new. It's been used a lot. It's been, you know, it's been not. I mean, I don't trash my stuff, but I don't mollycoddle it either. It gets used properly, and it's lasted all right. All the stitching's pretty good. I don't store it curled up in its bag. I always get it out, you know, like you do with sleeping mats and stuff like that. And I always hang it up, so it's not creased up in a bag for like weeks on end. But it's held up really well. Hard work seeing what I'm doing now it's dark. But it's held up really well. It's a good bit of kit. Yeah, that's my thought. It's a good bit of kit. I definitely recommend it as a definite good bit of kit to add to your arsenal of outdoor gear. It's the hood's, you know, it's not fancy because it's lightweight. It's not got any wire in it or anything like that, but it's got a decent draw cord. It's not too big either. It's all right. You know, it's you can cinch it down, and it's quite nice and tight fitting. Yeah, it's not one of them that are out here and they're getting in your way and you're folding it back. It's alright, it's a good bit of kit. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. So Rick T, Outdoor Adventure, and Billy Dog, we've used it for a good while. We definitely recommend it as a good bit of kit. So yeah, the Snugpack Patrol Poncho, the tiny bit of kit. So we're looking forward to a nice dark paddling a bit under the stars. Tremendous. Anyhow, from Rick T, Outdoor Adventure, and Billy Dog, we'll catch you again real soon. Look after yourselves. We'll see you later. Ta-ra. Here they are then. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, normally you can see a bit with my head torch, but obviously with that light from the camera I can't see an absolute dicky bird. It's just black in front because of that light. So I'm going to knock that light off in a sec. But yeah, it's fantastic. Just fine tunes your senses. The sounds of the owls. Always get a lot of owls around here. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, like I said before, we'll catch you again real soon. See you later. Ta-ra.